Hey guys, welcome to the Hangout with Donna Gets Crafty. Let's go make something.
Hello everybody, so we have another challenge today, also with the Schwoven's Nest. This is the second challenge that I've done with Sandra at the Schwoven's Nest. It is an open collab. Her co-host is Indie Annie Jones, who also has amazing videos. So I am going to link both of these wonderful crafters down below, so you'll be able to go over there and check out all of the fun videos that that they have. Here's you can see some of them here. Oh my gosh, so many, and her lives are just so fun. And back over here at the Schwoven's Nest, you can see just tons and tons of videos. Both are skilled crafters, incredibly ingenious, amazing, unique creations that they put out there. So go ahead and check them out, and also go check out the playlist that will also be linked below for all the other participants in this amazing open collab. All right, so let's get on to this farmhouse flip challenge. And don't forget to leave me a comment and give me a follow if you are new here, and thanks for stopping by if you have been here. So my flip today is going to be a sign for the front of my house. I have a Dollar Tree tray that I spray painted black a while ago from another project, and this is a really cool piece of siding. It's housing a house siding from a very old house. They were giving away some pieces of wood, and that was one that I got. I did put use a little bit of sandpaper on it, nothing big, just to kind of take off a little splinter so it wouldn't get hurt. Now this, I'm just putting a nice coat of Waverly chalk paint in white. This particular tray is going to take 2 coats because of the black. So in between, I use my amazing, this is my favorite heat tool. It's got a super long cord. I will leave the link for that below. And here we have the famous popular, is it famous or popular? I don't know. It's the truck from the Dollar Tree with the pumpkins on the back. Now those pumpkins are going to become an annoyance to me in a little while. You'll see what happens there. That picture was something I'm going to use just as a little guideline on how to put some more detail and outline onto the truck, because I've never really used this truck in a project before. Put a little piece of tape to cover my pumpkins, which is going to be futile because of what I'm going to do in a little while to those little pumpkins. Now, I did not want a red truck. Everybody has a red truck. I wanted a blue truck for this particular project. I have nothing against red trucks, but everybody has a red truck, so dare to be different, right? And here you can see why we love, these crafters love chalk paint. This is Waverly chalk paint in Ocean, and it just takes 1 coat to cover this piece of wood. And the wood is pretty absorbent too. So I went ahead and took this black, it's actually ink, the Waverly chalk paint in ink, and I wanted to detail the tires a little bit. So I just went around the outside. Now I didn't have a guideline because the circle in the center is off center, and it was bugging the heck out of me, but I did my best. I've used a pencil to just kind of make it go round. All right, hands up if anybody else out there is as OCD about things like that as I am. So there are my tires, unperfectly round, but whatever. Now just taking a little paintbrush and using some white around the outline. I am liking the way this is coming out. This paintbrush actually, I think, was a mistake from the Dollar Tree, because in another package of paintbrushes that I picked up, the other small paintbrush like that, the bristles are not that small. And so I think that this is kind of like a mess up, and I don't really care because I have used this paintbrush for writing and for outlining. It's like the perfect little size. So yay to whoever it is that messed up my paintbrush. And here I'm just continuing the outline of the project, and I am liking the way it's coming out so far. Gonna do a little outline in the center of my off-center circle. And now I'm just going around the windows and the little door handle. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the door handle, so I left it for now. Now I'm just going to put some Waverly chalk paint. I don't remember the color of that one. Hazelnut to do the wooden slats on the side of the pickup truck. And can you see what's going to bug me here? Why did Dollar Tree put the pumpkins on top of the back of the pickup truck? So I took an X-Acto knife. Now the wood is so super thin, an X-Acto knife just allowed me to cut out that little center piece of wood, and then I just cut off the pumpkins, because the pumpkins shouldn't be on top of that. It should be down low like that. See, where they actually look real. So I took a little bit of black paper, put it on the back of these pumpkins, and so now when I go to paint them, it's going to allow it to really look like a really nice detail. I don't know, it's kind of like a silly thing to do with a Dollar Tree product, but I think that it's going to end up working out really nice. You're going to have to leave me a comment and let me know if you think it was worth chopping off the pumpkins. Here I'm just using some Waverly wax and antique and roughing up some of the, I guess the outer parts of, there is no inner part. Oh gosh, whatever. Okay, so I'm adding some detail. That's what I'm doing, adding detail. And there I decided that the handle should be black, not white. Let me know in a comment below. Would you have made it black or white? I like the way it's looking. Took a little bit of some lighter blue in Pool, and I think I used maybe a little bit of the white as well, just to put some more detail onto the truck. And I took the hazelnut and I'm gonna put like mud, you know, get a little mud on your tires. Yay, Brad Paisley. Let's get a little mud on tires there. All right, so there's detail on the wood. I wanted it to look a little bit more wood-like. And of course I used the Crafters Square metallic markers. Now these markers are amazing. For $1, they work very, very well. So I wanted to have little silver head caps, oh my gosh, hub caps for my truck. And again, using the Crafters Square, it says metallic white. I don't really know why they will call it metallic, but if you see, I'm using it for the outline of the wood, but I realized that I could have used this for the outline of the truck in general, because look at how much nicer this marker worked doing the white outline of the truck in general. So when I do the Christmas truck, I'm gonna hopefully remember to use the white marker, a white metallic marker for that instead. There, and I just rubbed a little bit on there just because I love texture and I love detail, but you know, how much detail can you put on a little piece of wood? Now I'm just taking some basic fall colors, regular acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint these little pumpkins. One of the best things I enjoy is trying to get those details, and all it takes is a little practice. Look, put a little yellow, put a little orange, add a little green, and before you know it, the pumpkin starts to look a little bit more realistic, and that's really what I am enjoying doing here. I also, God forbid, I should just leave 2 pumpkins, which is what it came with, but not so. I went ahead and had these little wooden stickers that I picked up last year at the Target dollar spot. I think that they were like 35 cents. And here I am just putting some more texture and more detail onto these little pumpkins because they just are so stinking cute. Look how adorable these are coming out. A little bit of black lines, a little bit of yellow, and ta-da, that's what we have. Some more pumpkins to add to the back of my pickup truck. So I don't know about you, but sometimes I just find things sitting around my house to start making crafts out of. And this little next part, I made straw out of this literally old piece of string that came off of some hot pad that I took apart, and it just really worked perfectly as straw. So there you have it. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a vinyl transfer that I made using my Cricut. Loving my Cricut with these new projects, still learning how to use it some, but it says welcome to our patch, which is one of those trendy popular little phrases this year. And I decided to put it onto the painted tray. Now I did put Mod Podge on the tray, reminding that when you are using a vinyl transfer, having a very secure top layer is very important so it doesn't peel off the paint. And for the most part, this worked out very nicely in my favor. A few little spots here and there that I had to hold down, but I think it's because I'm still working on not having things too thin or too small when I'm doing these kinds of projects. So it worked out nice though. I am liking the way it looks, but it is too bright white for my taste. Okay, so here I am first off putting some Mod Podge on there. I jumped ahead of the gun here. Just a nice little layer of that to secure my vinyls to stay in place, but it is very bright white. So I decided that I wanted to put some black along the trim. And I don't know, would you have done a thinner trim? I'm kind of just going along that beveled area of the tray and realizing that I have a terrible hand at this. I can't get it to be even. So I stop what I'm doing and I add some masking tape as a guideline so that when it's done, I don't have to go back and try to fix little spots that I missed. So that's one thing that I did there. Now I want to put these little leaves on, and this is the rub off from Dollar Tree. And I got to tell you, I'm not too thrilled with how it was working. Have anybody out there used these? Because I need some advice on how to use them better. What I did was take the backing of the sheet and I cut a hole in it, and then I just kind of put the vinyl transfer, the one that I want to use, over the hole. I hope that's making sense, because I couldn't remove them at all, so I had to just go ahead and add some more leaves to make it a little more even looking, but I wasn't happy with how that particular part came out. But any advice, go ahead and let me know. So this is some super strong Velcro, and I'm using this because I want to be able to replace the signs for different seasons. And I put the Velcro on the back of the tray, and I made sure that I did not put new paint on the back of the tray, because that would just peel that paint off. That was spray painted well over a year ago. So then I took 2 small pieces and put them by the wheels, because the pumpkins, I couldn't put it on the pumpkins because it wouldn't let me put it on evenly. Does that make sense? It was too thick. Okay, whatever. So here I was going to use the holes that were on the wood already, but I could not thread the hemp through it, and I wanted to have a couple of strands of hemp, and I couldn't get it to work. So I just put a mark about 4 inches in on either side, and I was going to use these little eyelets. And so in order to get the eyelets to go in, I hammered a nail just a little bit to give me a hole opening, and that allowed me to go ahead and screw the little eyelets in there very easily. So I'm really liking the way this is coming out. Are you all ready for fall? I am so ready for fall. The temperatures here have dropped. We even had 2 nights of frost watch. Wow, very excited. Now I just took 4 strands of the regular hemp, jute that you buy over at the Dollar Tree. Took 4 little strands, 3 strands? I think it's 4. 3 or 4 strands, put it through, gave a double knot, went through to the other side, gave a double knot, and my only question is, I don't know if I should have put a bow. So when this project is done, let me know in the comments below if you think that I should add a bow to it. My husband thinks that it would be too much. I'm just totally loving the way this is coming out. So don't forget to check out the links for the Schwoben's Nest and Indie Annie Jones, their amazing YouTube channels, and the playlist. And give me a thumbs up if you like what you're seeing. And here she is, my sign, just sitting out there. Not a fan of the leaves, but whatever, they're there. Sits right next to my doorway, right by my doorbell. And I love the way the pumpkins came out. I love the details on the truck. I was very happy with the way this particular project came out. I apologize if my video is going to be a little glitchy. I don't know what's going on with my internet. I'm noticing that it's jumping as I'm making this recording. So let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy the some fall weather, and I hope you get to be creative sometime this week. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.